Hi everyone. Today I'm just going through inheritance in Java and thought of writing a simple inheritance program in JSP. So today I'll be creating a web page, a JSP page in which I'll write inheritance class inheritance program and just create object of the class and call some methods of the class within the page to display some values. So today I'll be just create a base class called shape and two derived class, one circle and one rectangle. So let's start with the program. Okay, first let us save it. So this is my root directory. Just a moment. I'll be saving it in web apps and root and inheritance 1.jsp. So this is my JSP, and here within the head I'll just create a class. So first let us do some directive page language Java and import java.lang.star and java.io.star. So this is my class declaration section. The first one is class shape. In this class shape I'll just first I'll declare some variable. There will be three variables. One is int radius, one is int width, and this int height. And in the default constructor with no argument, I'll be overloading the constructor. First I will just do width, or we can say this dot width, it doesn't matter. This dot height equal to 0, and this dot radius, just initialize everything to 0. And there is another two overloaded class. One is with int radius let's delete those to 1, and then the second one is int width and int height. So here I will just remove this one and copy this one. Here actually because I'm using the same variable name, so this dot width and this dot height should be mentioned to clear ambiguity. So this is my base class. It's all done. Class circle extends shape. Here simply circle with constructor with no argument, call the superclass. In the same way circle int radius and there will be one function. The function is double area, returning 3.14 pi, or you can use math.py. into radius and just math.round, make it 2 decimal place, round up to 2 decimal place. So this is our circle, so we just copy this to save some time. Okay, and copy again, paste, rectangle, extend shape, int width, int height, call the superclass, the same way double area, just remove the math.py, just removing this one, width into height. So it's done. So this is our class. Let us check whether all the braces are closed properly. Yep. So class is declared. Now we will just do some work here. So to create all the input fields, so I'll just don't waste time. I have some existing web page and just copy and paste the section. So I've closed my head. See, the head is opening here and the class has been declared. The head is closed here and the body starts with form action, the same JSP file, and it's calling self, and the method is post. So I created an option here with a combo list with ID choice and option, circle and rectangle. So, and there is a div, input div at this input. Let's say one thing, that on change in the select in the combo list, on change event is fired on if user change select value from the list, display element function will be called, and this is the display element. It's just fetching the object and checking the object. If the object value is circle, it is just creating a text called input whose name is rad1, and there is a label called enter radius, and there is a button input type submit. So let us do one thing. Okay, input type submit and value is calculate. The same button is also here, but in the else section, what happens if user selects rectangle, you can also give else if here and mention rectangle. So there the input will come enter width, one enter width and enter height, and the calculate field. this script section is done, and there is another form section to separate it from the previous one. In this we will do all the calculations. First let us do this, and if request dot get parameter not equal to null. Okay, so what is the parameter? Red one. Okay, so what we will do, int rad equal to integer dot pass int. I'll parse it to just convert it to an integer value, and circle c equal to new, create a circle object and pass the rad value. Then we'll just create a div and just call the area method, close div and open the tag again. Okay, so just copy and paste this one, else if, so we just copy and paste twice, and also copy and paste this one and make it width 1 and height 1. If both width and height value is not null, then we are going to retrieve the value. And take the variable as, so you can declare the same value in width height and change it to rectangle. Rectangle R equal to new rectangle, width comma height, and just call r dot area. So we can do another thing also. Okay, let's first try with this one, c dot area, r dot area is closed and form is closed. Now see, let's check whether, okay, these are all rectangle, spelling is same, all the same. Now we are going to call this one interface one.jsp. Oh, something wrong with the spelling, just a moment. Okay, inheritance what.jsp. Okay, so it's rectangle, this is circle, so we'll go for 5. Okay, So we can check with this one. Let's calculate. We take pi as 3.14 into 5 into 5. Okay, so this is our radius, and rectangle we say 12, and this is 10, 120. So this is our program. In the head section we have declared the class, inherited the shape is the base class, and is the extended derived class is circle and rectangle. And here we have just created a script where there is a function display element which is dynamic. When we select circle, one input text box is created with a label, and the submit button with and if it is rectangle, two text boxes created, one is width 1, one is height 1, with along with the submit button. And this is the script. And in this is a one part of form. Okay, so which method is post, and in the second form part we display, we just check for we call the request object request.get parameter, which get the post value. First one is rad1, as we know, the input text box for radius in case of circle, and in case of rectangle there is two input box, height 1 and width 1, called with request.get parameter, and just create the rectangle object. See, you know what happens in inheritance when rectangle is called, and this method is when rectangle object is created, new rectangle with comma height. So which one is called? This constructor is called, and superclasses is called, which with comma height is passed, and this for this constructor is invoked. Shape into width comma height, where width and height is assigned. And when we actually call the area, it calls this area function, which actually calculate with width into height, which is actually the variable which is in the base class. Okay, so this is the program, just to show you inheritance and constructor overloading in JSP. So I hope you like this video. Press the like button if you like the video. You can also subscribe to my channel, that is SCBHRO190776. I'll just provide the link of the code. You can download the code and go through it, and if you have any questions regarding this, do comment, send me comment. I'll just reply you back as soon as possible. Thank you very much.